Hi, I'm Rabbi Ariel Rackovsky, and welcome to a Purim edition of Tefilah Tuesdays. In the spirit of V'nahapochu, of the turnabout of the Purim season, it is on Wednesday. And in the spirit of the Purim season as well, we are deviating from our regular discussions of the Psukei de Zimra. We're going to discuss a special tefillah that we say on Purim. That is the tefillah that I think many people don't really actually say it because it's right after the Megillah and people are usually talking, and that is really a shame because it's a very important tefillah. It's called the tefillah. It's the tefillah of Asher Heini. We say it on Purim night. It isn't across. It goes in order of the alphabet, and the final paragraph is the paragraph that we sing. Shoshanas Yaakov Zahala v'Samecha. Those are the verses that begin with Shin and Taf. Shua Sam Ha'isa Lanetzach. So I want to talk a little bit about this prayer, which, as we mentioned, goes in the order of the alphabet. And one of the themes is that God takes the advice of the wicked and the nefarious schemes and the plots that they hatch against us, and He turns them in our favor. There are one or two lines that I want to talk about, which really I think speak to the theme of this prayer. One of them, the line that begins with Vav, is that God was V'lo zachar rachamei Shaul, that God did not remember the mercy of Shaul. What does this refer to? We read in the Haftarah for this week, the Haftarah for Parsha Zachar, that Shaul was told that he had to eradicate the whole Amalekite people, including their the men, women, children, their animals, and Shaul did not follow instructions. Rather than eradicating them, he spared their animals and left them as a sacrifice, and he spared their king, Agag, who in between the time that he was spared and the time that he was discovered, fathered a child, and as a result, that child ended up being the progenitor of the later people of Amalek. At that time, the Navi, the prophet at the time, was Shmuel. And Shmuel said to him, "Listen to me, I'm about to tell you something important." He says, "Halo katanata ba'einecha, rosh shivtei Yisrael ata." If you think that you're a nobody, you're not a nobody. You are the head of the Jewish people. God placed you to be the king. Shaul was telling him that the job of a king is not to do and what he thinks is what he thinks the people want. Shaul's response was, "I thought that the people would like to have the animals to offer sacrifices." So Shmuel's response was, "That's not your role. Your role is not to be a follower. Your role is to show leadership. Your role is to do that which is the right thing, not that which is the popular thing." And often the two don't coincide. That is the role of a king. The role of a king is to set the spiritual agenda of the people, not to follow the agenda set by the people. Shaul had mercy on the animals, and that mercy was misplaced. V'lo zachar rachamei Shaul. And so what does that have to do with the story of Purim? Because Mordechai was a direct descendant of Shaul. Mordechai was also from the tribe of Binyamin, much like Shaul was, and we have lineages in the Chazal that describe how Mordechai was a direct descendant of Shaul. But Mordechai, even if he was a direct biological descendant of Shaul, he was by no means a spiritual descendant of Shaul. Mordechai was principled, and many felt that he was principled to a fault, and he refused even to make one kind of motion, even the slightest indication that perhaps he might be bowing down to Haman. Mordechai was exactly the opposite. He refused to compromise his principles and his integrity in the face of evil, and when another course of action might have been more expedient. That is why at the very end we say, Shoshanas Yaakov Tzala b'Samecha, Birosam Yachad Tcheles Mordechai. The Jewish people are referred to as a rose, as a Shoshana. And when they saw that Mordechai was being led through the streets, that was a public sign that all of Mordechai's principal gestures, which were a source of concern to many of the Jewish people, paid off. Lehodia, and that shows Shekol Kovecha Lo Yevoshu, that all those who trust in God will never be humiliated. V'lo yikalmu lanetzach, nor will they forever be embarrassed. Kol hachosim bach, those who have trust in Hashem. sticking to our integrity, doing that which is right, may not necessarily be the easiest thing. It may not pay immediate dividends in this, and it may not pay dividends in this world, but lanetzach, but in the world of truth. That those who behave with integrity, those who behave in a manner that is a credit to them, and that gives nachas, that gives satisfaction to the Ribono Shalom, they will never be embarrassed. I wish you all a freilich in Purim. I look forward to seeing you at our home on Purim between 11:30 and 1:30 in our open house. And I hope that this will be a Purim that is elevating and transformative and meaningful. Thank you.